Welcome back, my family. We're back at it again with a reaction video. And today we're getting back to Ashley's adventures. You know how we do. You know what it is. Her link will be in my description. Please subscribe to her channel with notification bells on and you get all the Elvis content that she does. It's amazing. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget, her link will be in my description. All right? And let me come looking for you. Let's just get right into it. Ashley's. Oh, Ashley Drew. Okay, so it was different before. Okay. Ashley Drew.
Hi, detectives, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to discuss.
Hold on. Let me go back real quick. I'm sorry. I apologize. But let me go back. Did she say hi, Drew detectives or hi, detectives?
Hi, detectives, and welcome back to another video.
It sounds like both Drew or D.
The time that Elvis was sued for eating.
Ashley, let me know in the comments. Appreciate you. And I hope you're having a great day.
June 19th, 1956 was a busy one for Elvis. He was in Memphis and going out
with that guitar. Oh my God, that's beautiful guitar.
South Fairgrounds and played some games.
Here we go now. Elvis kissing women.
That night, which was part of a publicity stunt. June 19th is Juneteenth, or Freedom Day, observed in America, which is the anniversary of the emancipation of slaves.
Yep.
In these photos, we
appreciate
can see
you, Ashley.
Mid-throw, trying to win his girl a prize. And then some pictures from later on that evening taken on Audubon Drive. We can see them with giant stuffed animals. Elvis and Barbara then went to Main Street, which was the main drag at the time and where all the action was, even on a Tuesday night. They strolled past a couple movie.
He said, yo, they went to Main Street. Why is Main Street always like the highlight of everything? Every Main Street in America, something's always going on Main Street. I'm just saying, let's put it out there. Carry on, let's go.
Theaters, which there were a handful of on the street at the time. Elvis even peers into the window of the long-demolished York Arms, a sporting goods store where he once had an account. Fun fact, this store is actually where the killer of Martin Luther King Jr. bought binoculars 12 years later to carry out his assassination.
Wow.
Are you
she gotta pay her bills. You know that, guys. Respect that.
If so,
but I like how she got skipped on ads. I like that. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate you.
David from the owner of the store where they were questioned by authorities about the binoculars found during the investigation. After playing all those games at the fairgrounds earlier, they were hungry and stopped at the Gridiron Cafe. There were actually 2 Gridiron locations on the street at the time. This Gridiron was pancaked in next to the Strand movie theater, and both have since been demolished.
So hold on, that was a sandwich shop? Let me know. And do they have those still around? Gridiron restaurant? Because, you know, I like to find one and get my munchie on. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all. I want to know. Let me know in the comments.
In the place of the restaurant now. But what's interesting is that you can see a bit of the theater, again, the Gridiron's neighbor, left behind on the side of this furniture store today. So Elvis, Barbara, and photographer Robert Williams are in the restaurant and are then joined by newspaper columnist Robert Johnson. This isn't the first time Elvis has met Robert Johnson. They actually crossed paths 3 different times in 1956 that I know of. That April was Elvis's Las Vegas debut, and we all know how well that went. But someone who had something nice to say about him was Press Scimitar writer
Freddie Martin Shecky Green.
He attended his Vegas shows and, obviously super biased, reported back about their hometown hero. I just have to read part of his description. In the New Frontiers plush salon, Elvis faced a different kind of audience. Super critical, sophisticated, wondering boredly what this youngster had, which is so hot. There were no screams, no frantic shouts to herald his entrance, just cold silence surmounted by the inevitable hum present wherever alcohol is used internally. He went on to describe Elvis, a young man riding on a cloud and reaching out for a star, hoping it won't turn out to be a brass ring. Another event Robert Johnson was present for was the $1 Million Quartet sessions on December 4th, 1956. Here he is on the left. In fact, he came up with the name $1 Million Quartet when he wrote about the 4 legends jamming together.
$1 Million Quartet. Let me know who were the other 3 legends. Please, I appreciate y'all. $1 Million Quartet. That's a nice name, actually. Got a nice little ring to it, you know?
So Elvis and his group take seats at the counter, and this is when things go sour. Already seated at the counter is a 20-year-old woman named Robbie Moore. Elvis is sitting between Barbara on his left and this diner on his right. He orders himself a hamburger.
Hamburgers, I love them. Elvis prefers a hamburger to
for the camera. Elvis
fake.
allegedly spoke to Robbie, possibly saying hi.
Okay, Elvis, we got something in common. I love hamburgers too.
Ignored him. She was only focused on her meal. I think because he didn't get a response, this is just my speculation, he pushed the envelope to try to get a reaction or a smile from her. He put his head on her shoulder.
I mean, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Half of her sandwich and ate it. No response. He then finished her glass of milk. Photographer Robert Williams took several pictures.
Oh no, I gotta bring it back there a little bit. Is that a little like jukebox or a little radio at their table at the restaurant? Let me know, guys, in the comments, because that looked like a little quarter in and play some music or a nickel or a dime, whatever.
Then finished her glass of milk. Photographer Robert Williams took several
Elvis
pictures
Presley
of this,
Speaks.
which later appeared in a magazine called Elvis Presley Speaks. This picture is interesting. It says, Elvis is apt to go poaching if he likes you and likes what he sees on your plate. It made an interesting little story, but it was long forgotten by the time Elvis received some mail.
Yo, my boy Elvis, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all gotta go back because my boy Elvis taking people's food, man. What's wrong with you, Elvis? Elvis, you greedy as hell, man. That's all I gotta say. Greedy.
He's on your plate. It made an
His
interesting
tongue's out.
story, but it was long forgotten by the time Elvis received some mail a couple months later. In late August, Elvis was notified by Robbie Moore's attorney that he was going to file a damage suit on his client's behalf of $42,500. Robbie was charging Elvis with invading her privacy and committing assault and battery from him putting his head on her shoulder. She also said that Elvis ate her lunch.
Hold on, man. You can actually do that shit? I'm confused. Like, you got this famous ass guy here eating food next to you. He grabbed your plate, he grabbed the food, but you gonna sue him because he put his hand on your shoulder? Like, oh, you know what? Yo, I got time for this, B. Whoever that lady is, you know what? She toxic. That's it. Carry on. Let's go.
With the bill of $1.25, which equals $12 today. The matter went back and forth between the parties' two legal teams where Elvis tried to offer $1,500. Robbie's lawyer instead gave them a deadline to pay, threatening to sue if the amount wasn't higher than $5,000. I thought it was interesting that in order to go through this process, Robbie and her parents had to go to court to give her the legal status of adult because she was 20 and not 21. Weird. To keep this from going to court and just to make it go away, Elvis paid $5,500, which was about an annual salary in that era. That
yeah, hell yeah.
$2,630 today.
Yeah, like $20,000 at least today.
Ended up splitting it 50-50. The story ended up getting leaked to the public in late September.
$22.50 each.
When questioned, Elvis admitted paying the settlement, saying it was done to keep down undesirable publicity. For whatever reason, Elvis
or more. I'm sorry, I don't know my math.
That he knew Robbie, and that he had
$25.50.
no idea
my bad.
She would object to the picture.
Sound like that. I don't know.
To get her take on what happened at the Gridiron earlier that summer. Here's a quote from a newspaper. She and a friend had ordered cheese sandwiches, and when hers came, Presley ate it all and drank all her milk. He also went through her purse and laid his head on her shoulder. All of these poses being...
Hold on, went through her purse? Like, why would Elvis go through a lady's purse, man? That guy got so much money back in those days. Like, what, he was trying to steal something from her? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it. He was trying to find her tampon? I'm sorry, I don't mean it like that. I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Photographed. To worsen matters, when Presley left, he made no offer to pay for her sandwich and milk. She had to pay for it herself. Robbie added that Elvis was a total stranger to her.
Cheap ass.
Then kept getting constantly interrupted by calls from Elvis fans. Robbie let the reporter hear some of them, with girls saying things like, "That is the lousiest, dirtiest trick, and how can you take money from someone as great as Elvis?" To which Robbie replied, "I don't think he's that great." Here's columnist Robert Johnson's version of events.
Fuck you, Robbie, okay?
Elvis spoke to her pleasantly as he entered and said something like, "Hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time." The girl didn't say anything. Elvis seemed to be trying to be friendly. He was just teasing and having fun. He opened her purse, looking at her teasingly out of the corner of his eye, but snapped it back shut and put it on the counter. He took a nibble of her sandwich and a sip of her milk. That was all.
That's all he did, put his head on her shoulder, and she tried to sue him. She sounded like, yo,
let's be friends.
She acting like she enjoying it, though. Like, what the fuck? Nah, man, see? Like, nowadays, you do that, you going to jail. You know, straight up. But back in those days, yo, she making it a big deal. Like, Eat your sandwich and just move on with your day. That's it.
He was just acting in a boyish kind of way.
Yeah.
Robbie ended up receiving so many harassing calls at work where she was.
It's like if I see Ashley in real life, I'm gonna put my head on her shoulder because I admire her. You know what I mean? Simple. Like, she ain't gonna turn around and sue me and shit. Oh, fuck. I'll take her sandwich, though. That's one thing. As long as it's not turkey. It has to be ham and cheese.
A telephone operator that she had to quit, and so many calls at home that she had to change her number. I don't often give my opinion, but I see so much of my 20-year-old self in Robbie and her interaction with Elvis. This is just my 2 cents.
She's like,
it's
just
overlook this because it's Elvis. I bet a lot of us would share our sandwich with him willingly. But imagine if a stranger invaded your personal space and touched your food. I'd be super grossed out and annoyed too. It's easy to say.
I mean, you know what? I agree. You're right. But it was Elvis. But I agree with Ashley. It's like a stranger you don't know, but you know that's fucking Elvis. Like, what the hell? Like, come on now. But if it's a stranger, yeah, of course I'm gonna be annoyed, like pissed off. Like, you know what? I'm probably going to jail. Simple as that. I'm gonna stuff that sandwich down his throat. All right, carry on. I'm sorry, my rant's over.
Why didn't she just say something? Why didn't she just tell him to stop? I agree, but that's me now, not at 20 years old.
Facts.
Not everyone is able to speak.
Good way to put it, Ashley. I appreciate you.
And that is something that outspoken people don't understand. She'd already ignored him when he tried to talk to her.
Say hi to everybody.
Didn't take a hint.
You say hi to Ashley?
It wasn't just Elvis.
Oh, he tried to bite my face. Oh, you say hi to Ashley?
Including his girlfriend, who looked
He got scared.
Probably didn't want him laying his head on this lady either.
Well,
I'm
you
not
say hi?
saying suing him was right or wrong. I'm just saying I see where her frustration comes from. And that is it. To get a closer look at the pictures I used in this video, follow me on Facebook or Instagram. The links are in the description box below. I will be sharing them on there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a...
Oh, hold on. You gotta... I wonder if I follow you on Instagram. I gotta make sure. I gotta look at the link. I gotta make sure. I gotta follow you on Instagram.
Big thumbs up and share it wherever there are Elvis fans. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe for more adventures.
Definitely, guys. Subscribe to her channel. Leave a like. You know that. You better, because her link will be in my description. If you don't, we're gonna have problems. You know how it go, guys. You know what I mean? Straight up like that. Appreciate y'all. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. Leave a like. Notification bells on so you get all my videos. And I'll see you next time. Peace.